Hello,
How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm very, very good. I am just enjoying my afternoon. What's your name?
My name is Himanshu Mishra.
Is what?
Himanshu Mishra.
Himanshu Mishra?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Where are you from?
I am from India.
Huh?
I am from India.
Oh, from India. Oh, cool. Nice to meet you. I'm Lizzie. I'm from England, but I'm living in Mexico.
Okay. So why
So,
I'm living in Mexico?
why am I living in Mexico? Good question. It's a long story. I've been in Mexico for 12 years now. So I've been here for quite a long time. Originally, um, originally I had just come for a visit, and I decided to study university here.
Okay.
And because it was very cheap, it was very cheap, and I speak fluent Spanish.
Oh,
So, yes,
yeah, you are fluent in Spanish.
well. I think I'm. I think I'm
Oh,
fluent in Spanish.
no, no,
Uh,
no. I'm not
I'm not
fluent
quite
in.
sure. I have not made any tests, so I'm not quite sure.
Oh,
But it seemed like a good idea. I had the crazy idea of applying. I got accepted, and I'm still here. I
okay.
graduated just recently in 2017. So
Okay.
I'm just beginning to have, the working life in Mexico, and the coronavirus and everything. And it's just like, you know. So tell me a little bit about yourself. Do you work? Do you study? What do you do?
I am working as a teacher.
Oh, what do you teach?
Yeah. Yeah, I teach English. But before starting conversation, I want your permission that I am making, as you know, as I have already told you recently, that I am a teacher. So I make this such type of videos for my students, and I
Oh,
share this video on YouTube. If you have no problem, so may I
oh
upload
no.
it if you permit?
Oh yeah, no,
Okay.
I have no problem. Actually, many students have actually asked me the same, so I'm probably in a few, and I
Okay.
don't mind. I
Okay.
don't use
Thanks.
YouTube or anything, so
Oh,
no
you
problem.
do use YouTube. So what do you use?
I use, good question. I I socialize on Cambly.
Oh.
No, but I used to have social networks before. I used to use, like everybody, I used to have my social networks. But after a while, I decided that they were not productive enough for me, and I just decided to not use them. I have used YouTube for music, you
Okay,
know,
for me, only for
um,
music. Yeah,
or to listen to. You might know a person called Sadhguru
yeah,
and
that's
listen
good.
to
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
That's
Oh,
all I use YouTube for. As you
okay.
can see, I'm very spiritual.
Yeah,
Can you see my I
I
have
can see
my
that.
uh I have my background and everything. So yeah, but no,
Yeah.
social networks is almost not something that I'm using recently. So yes. How about
Okay.
you? Do you use social networks?
Yeah, I use YouTube, Facebook,
I hope
Insta,
so.
and WhatsApp, everything. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Well,
except
WhatsApp.
Netflix. Yeah.
I think WhatsApp's not so much of a, it's not so much of a
Yeah,
social media more than it is.
yeah,
It's replacing, it's replacing general text messages,
yeah, yeah.
if you will. So tell me about this
Yeah.
YouTube thing that you do. Why did you decide you wanted to do YouTube videos?
What? Yeah, because I have some students in my offline class, when I teach offline, but everywhere is locked down. So I thought that why should I not create a new YouTube channel? So if I will upload such type of videos, my student will watch and they will get knowledge and they will not, you know, feel uncomfortable that they
Oh,
are getting a study material. That's why I am giving them
oh
such type of,
wow. And how long have you
so
been
that
doing these videos for?
uh, all videos or you are talking about my teaching.
Oh, I'm talking about the YouTube videos.
YouTube videos. Approx 1 month. 1 month.
Oh, recently.
Yeah.
Okay. And how do you feel teaching in this method?
Yeah. I think that this is the best method. If there is lockdown, so students are not able to come to class. So if I upload it, so they will not forget that their subject, that they can learn it if they will watch it. So
It's
so as I
good.
know that you, yeah, as I know you are a doctor. Am
Yes.
I right? Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah, I am talking as I think that I am talking a person who is, well experienced. When I
Oh,
check your profile, that you have 7 years experience of English,
yes.
uh, English business English 3 years, and medical translator 3 years. So overall, you have six, 7, 3, 3, 3, approx 13 years, 13 or 16 years
More or
experience.
less.
So this is very great. Yeah.
More or less.
So today I'm feeling very, yeah.
You know, the thing is,
Today I'm
the thing
feeling,
is, when I got to Mexico, I had to work. So
yeah,
I thought, what is something that people don't have here that I could, use to my advantage? And I thought, well, I'm going to start teaching English. And I actually got into business English by accident. You know, I originally signed up to be an English teacher, just a general English teacher. And
okay.
I was the only teacher in that company that had a British accent. So my boss, because everybody was American,
Yeah,
it wasn't very common here
yeah,
to
yeah,
have
yeah.
British people. So he said, "Are you interested in teaching business English?" And
Yeah.
I said, "Well, I'm interested if the pay is higher." And
Oh, oh.
and he said, "Yes, yes, of course, of course." So my teacher was actually
Yeah.
American, and he is the one that trained me in business English. And while I
Okay.
was in university, uh,
Yeah.
he would teach me online. Actually, he would teach
Okay.
me online, and that's how I got into business English. And I ended up going to companies and teaching personal lessons to business people in different companies, and
Okay.
that's how I ended up having to do both. And then I graduated in 2017, and I started working as a doctor, and I ended up doing
Okay.
everything. So I
You
still
are
do
so funny. So very
I
great.
still do everything now, I kind of ended up having to do everything still. So I'm still teaching English. I'm working at a private hospital at the moment.
Yeah.
So, I think you should always take advantage of time. It's
Okay.
it's super important.
When you get, foreign patients, so how do you handle them? Because foreign people, foreigners patients speak another language. So how do you understand them, and how do you tell them?
Okay, so it's very strange, but in Mexico, I think strange and upsetting. But in Mexico, not many people speak English. So
Yeah. Okay.
I'm very popular in my hospital because whenever there is, a problem with a patient, or a foreign patient needs help, whatever I'm doing, I have to stop and attend this
Oh.
patient and pass my Spanish patient on to somebody else. That's the way it's handled. And that's the way they have me by contract almost, precisely because I can do those. And not just it's I've also had contact with um, all sorts of people from different countries who speak a little bit of English, and I communicate with them. It's relatively easy for me, obviously,
Yeah.
as my native language. But
Yeah.
it's very funny because even the employees at the cafeteria sometimes will come up to me and say, "Oh, doctor, will you help me? Because I don't know
Oh.
what he wants to order for food." And I'll be like, "Oh, yes, yes, I will help you." So it's not always consults. Sometimes it's just
Okay.
random, things. where I've had to go and help in other areas of the hospital. But it's always lovely. It's always lovely. I get to socialize at the hospital, and then I come home, and in my free time, I get to socialize on Cambly. So it's all good. It's all good. I enjoy it a lot. Yeah.
So, do you love traveling?
Do I like traveling?
Do you love traveling?
To be completely honest with you, not so much. I think I traveled so much when I was a child. That
okay, but you said to me that I don't love traveling, but you are honest with me, no? So how can it possible that you travel?
Well, the thing is, in the last years that I've been in Mexico, I haven't really traveled. You know, I think in the whole 12, 13 years that I've been here, I've been out of the country once, just once. In the whole 12 years, just once out of the country. I went to Japan for maybe 15 days, but that's about it. I have not been out of the country since. And it's very different and very strange because when I was a child, I would be traveling constantly. Every year, at least twice a year, my parents were obsessed. I've been to all of Europe. I've been to Egypt. I've been to Spain. I've been to almost not every country because there's too many, but I have been to a lot of countries. So now that I have my own decision, I make my own decisions and my own money, I'm not spending it on traveling.
I know very well that you are just working just for money. That when you told me that if you will pay higher, I will join.
That was necessary. That was necessary. But you know, now it's
money is everything.
What is what?
Everything. Money is everything according to you.
Well, money. I don't think money is everything, but it's definitely nice to have enough. You know, it's nice.
So everybody feels that they don't have proper money. As I think that I don't have lots of money, so I want to earn money.
Right. You know, I think it's not about having so much money, because I think people have the wrong idea of what it means to be successful. You know, a lot of people say, "Oh, I will be successful if I have a lot of money." But
money,
you know, success isn't really just, "Oh, I will have money." Success is also simply having, you know, good life quality, basically. You know, so maybe you have 5 jobs and you're tired, but you have money, but it's still not a good or happy life. You know, I mean, at least for the people who are not born rich, you know, we have to work. You know, we have to work. We have to find a way to solve it, especially in the coronavirus situation that we're looking at now. I don't know what the situation is like in India, but in Mexico, it's a little bit crazy. It's a little bit crazy.
So according to you, as you are a doctor, so what should a person to be safe from coronavirus?
Isolation is no longer the solution. Isolation is no longer the solution. Viruses have always existed, and they will continue to exist. You can hide, but you can't run. You can, you know, many viruses we've had in the past, they're still here. They still exist. If not in your country, in another one. The best thing to do is have a good diet, do exercise, stay healthy, sleep well, make your immune system strong, so that no matter what happens or what you come in contact with, you will not get sick. You will be healthy and you will be safe. You can come in contact with many viruses and bacteria. It doesn't matter if you are healthy. That's the only solution that we have right now. That's the only thing that we have right now to keep safe. There really is nothing else.
If we take properly exercise or everything
that we know,
this virus will not.
You know, everything that we already know that we have to do. You know, you have to do it. It's just now is a good time to say, okay, I do have to do this. You know, so keep safe. That's basically it. It was nice to meet you. It was nice talking to you. Hope you have a
Nice to
wonderful
meet you
day.
too.